Cliches. They come in many forms, such as the "it was all a dream" ending, to the cold open, put me to the homage, to the flashbacks, and of course, another name for these is tropes. And that's what this series is going to be about. Welcome to the pilot episode of the Trope Show. The show where I'm going to talk about tropes, obviously. And where better to start than the trope of... Ho, 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 ho! And welcome to a very festive and Christmas special of the Trope Show. Yes, we're talking about Christmas tropes in general here. I'm going to talk you through a few categories and give you some examples from each one. So, the first category we're going to talk about is You're a Mean One. This one is actually has a trope namer, The Grinch, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, by Dr. Seuss. And the trope namer is the title character of the book, The Grinch. This green monster who comes out on Christmas to steal it from the Who's of Whoville. And, well, that's the trope naming and most obvious example. Other examples of characters acting like the Grinch over Christmas would be, I'm gonna say it, Principal Skinner. In The Simpsons, from the episode Skinner's Sense of Snow, where he actually shows them the Grinch on the last day before Christmas break. Then they get snowed in, so can't go home for Christmas, and yada yada yada. So, and he acts like a Grinch when it seems they're about to be rescued, or what? So, now basically, you can use the term Grinch towards anyone who has that kind of attitude towards Christmas, and so can you with our next category of tropes, the Scrooge. Now, this should be a simple one to explain and describe. And a character who's a humbug at Christmas, much like Ebenezer Scrooge himself, and him being the trope namer for this particular trope. So other characters who are Scrooge-like at Christmas, or who are versions of Scrooge, would include basically every version of Scrooge you see in films. But some of them are just Scrooge-like characters who are not named Scrooge. Some notable other fictional Scrooges from later adaptations or versions of the Christmas Carol story down the line include Eddie Scrooge from a contemporary version of the story, And then we have quite a few female versions of the character. Yes, he has been gender swapped a few times, and I I can't actually remember any of the titles of those films. I can actually tell you there's an Ebby Scrooge. I think the name of that film was just Ebby or something like that. And you get Scrooge-like characters in cartoons. Not to say the least of which, Eric Cartman in South Park is quite a Scrooge-like character, although he's never been on that character-changing journey. Neither, for that matter, has Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. But what about the film Spirited? Now, in that, spoilers ahead, we learn that the Ghost of Christmas Present used to be Scrooge. Oh, good afternoon. Okay. Then, of course, there's the most wonderful time of the year, the actual Christmas itself. Now, there are lots of things that you can put under this category, mainly families spending time at Christmas together. Most Christmas specials actually do show us this. And I say most because not all of them are traditional or conventional Christmas specials. Now, I'm going to point out some Christmas episodes that aren't your conventional Christmas specials. There's Duncan the Humbug from Thomas and Friends, which is what I thought it was another version of A Christmas Carol at first, but it is really just Duncan being grumpy and having to learn not to be. At Christmas. Maybe it is then. Diesel's Ghostly Christmas, also from Thomas and Friends. But it is a straight up version of A Christmas Carol with Diesel as the Scrooge character. So there's other versions of A Christmas Carol there. Do any Christmas specials directly retell the story of the Grinch? Well, South Park sort of does in Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, but that's really more of a Charlie Brown spoof. So, but there's a spoof movie in it called The Grinchy Poo. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Hanky as the Grinch. How fucking awesome would that be as a real film? Come on, guys, make it. Okay. Okay, now we're on to the subject of YouTube Christmas specials. Now, okay. So, ones that actually do have families enjoying each other's company at Christmas, or the family present opening vlogs on YouTube. There's loads of them. In case you want to know where to begin with those, you can try and find them with Cami TV, the Shaytards, the Ingham family, Mikey Likes It, and other families that do these vlogs every Christmas. On their channels. So, while we're on the subject now of the Christmas special, we might as well just point out some more. Now, we're on YouTube Christmas specials, and while I think a lot of them would still try to retell the story of A Christmas Carol, here are some of note that don't. Are any of you friends of Mr. Darren's productions? I mean, are any of you fans of Mr. Darren's productions? I said the wrong word there, sorry. Because, yeah. His Christmas special from last year, How the Stenner Stole Christmas, is a retelling of how the Grinch stole Christmas with the Stenner kids as the main antagonists of the story. Now he's got another one coming out this year, Attack of the Santa Clones. And you should look out for that one. Now, that can be considered a piece of promotion for it there. There you go, Darren. Okay. Because by the time you're seeing this, it's not too late for that to happen. Hopefully, anyway. Now, other Christmas specials by other YouTubers. Well, if you're looking for internet TV shows that do annual Christmas specials, then the Angry Video Game Nerd has had, several of these things, each one funnier than the last. Let me go through them all by their names if I can remember all the titles. There's Bible Games, his first ever Christmas special from 2006. Then there was his 2007 Christmas special, An Angry Nerd Christmas Carol, his take on the classic Charles Dickens story. Proper hilarious those two were. Bible Games 2 was his 2008 Christmas special. And it was of course, a sequel to the Bible Games episode he did in 2006. Winter Games was his 2009 Christmas special. Oh yeah, come on. We know you want it. Well, maybe not. His 2010 Christmas special was How the Nerd Stole Christmas. That's his take on how the Grinch stole Christmas. And yes, it is all told in rhyme, like the Dr. Seuss book. And it's mainly told through animations as well. Nicely drawn pictures, though. Now, Bible Games 3 was his 2011 Christmas special, when he covered more Bible games. Yes, a trilogy of Bible games episodes. Now, here we go. His 2012 Christmas special was... Hang on, did he do one in 2012? Hang on a sec. I'll just pull him up here on Wikipedia quickly. So I'm starting to forget. I'm starting to lose my memory a bit on what years he did and did not do Christmas specials. So, yeah. So let's pull an episode guide up quickly. So his 2012 Christmas special, if he did one that year, I find it hard believing that he wouldn't have done. Ah, no, he didn't. Hang on. So we skipped 2012 then. His 2013 Christmas specials were the two-part wish list episodes. His 2014 Christmas specials were his 12 days of Xmas videos. His 2015 Christmas special was Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. His 2016 Christmas special was the Sega Activator Menacer. His 2017 Christmas special was the Lightspan Adventures. His 2018 Christmas special was Home Alone games with Macaulay Culkin. You know, Kevin McAllister from the original two films. Yeah. His 2019 Christmas special was actually a New Year's special. Okay, no, we'll count it as a Christmas one. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And for 2020, his Christmas special there, if you can call it one, was The Simpsons Batman meets Radioactive Man. Bartman, sorry. And his Christmas special for 2021 was LJM Wrestling and Other Games. Not traditional Christmas specials there. Now, for this year, it's 2022 Christmas special. Did he even have one for last year? Yeah. Garfield. And for this year, we actually don't know what it's going to be yet. So, those are the AVGN Christmas specials. So now, guys, I've already covered. Have I? No, I haven't covered those in all the extent yet. I've only covered one of them. South Park Christmas specials. We're getting off of YouTubers. Um, well, they've done several of these over the years. Starting way back in 1997 with Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, which was an excellent Christmas episode and an excellent introduction to two characters who became quite important from then onwards, Mr. Mackey and Mr. Hanky himself. So then I've already covered Charlie, or Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson. Like at the beginning of where the topic shifted into this. Basically a Charlie Brown spoof. Need I say more? Then we have Mr. Hanky's Christmas Classics from Season 3, which is just a collection of Christmas songs, which was compiled into an actual album you could buy. So then at the end of Season 4, we had A Very Crappy Christmas. Which is about them making the Spirit of Christmas short. Then at the end of Season 6, we had Red Sleigh Down. Yeah, the title is a parody of Black Hawk Down, and you could say the plot is kind of. Then at the end of Season 7, we had It's Christmas in Canada, which is basically a parody of The Wizard of Oz from when they get to Canada. From the moment they arrive in Canada to try and bring Ike home. Then at the end of Season 8, we have probably one of the best Christmas specials to ever come out of the guys' heads. This would be The Woodland Critter Christmas. Basically a Christmas story told through Cartman's imagination. To actually get the proper synopsis, you will go and read it up on it or watch the episode yourselves. Because now, guys, after this, there wouldn't be a Christmas special after this episode. To my recollection, that is, for several more years. As a matter of fact, the next Christmas special to happen after that one, I believe, wasn't all the way until Yep. The end of season 23 with Christmas snow. Talk about a long time between Christmas episodes. Okay. Uh, so that's it for South Park and Christmas episodes. The Simpsons, on the other hand, they started with a Christmas special, Simpsons roasting on an open fire. Then after that, they wouldn't have another one all the way until Marge Be Not Proud in season 7. And after that, their next one was Miracle on Evergreen Terrace in season 9. So, looking for Simpsons Christmas episodes. I think I've remembered those 3 so far. So, the next Christmas special after that wasn't all the way until. Yeah, Skinner Sense of Snow in season 12. I've already mentioned that one. Okay. So, after that, the next Christmas special was. I believe it was "'Tis the 15th Season" in season 15. And lo and behold, I'm right! Okay. So the next Christmas special after that was. Kill Kill Volumes 1 and 2 from season 18. Then after that, the next Christmas special was dun 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 dun. The Fight Before Christmas in season 22. Then the next one after that was Holidays of Future Past in season 23. Then after that, the next Christmas episode for The Simpsons was season 25, Days of Future Future. And then after that, if memory serves me correctly, even though I'm looking at it off an article, it wasn't going to be for another 5 years until 'tis the 30th season in season 30, which you could say is a sequel to 'tis the 15th season from 15 years prior. And if there was another Christmas special after that, it surely didn't begin with one, did it? No, it couldn't have done. Bobby, It's Cold Outside from season 31, I believe this was, or season 32? Season 31. And after that, A Springfield Summer, Christmas for Christmas in season 32. And then in season 33, was there one? No, there was not. Okay. So that's it, the Simpsons Christmas specials. Okay. Now, I don't think I would be doing you any type of service here at all if I didn't mention classic Christmas specials of old. And those would include the Charlie Brown Christmas specials. There were a few of them. And the all Christmas specials of Rankin and Bass. These ones would include Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman, The Little Drummer Boy, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jack Frost. I think it's more of a Groundhog Day special, that one, but anyway. You get the picture. They've done loads. Most of them are stop motion, a couple of them were traditionally drawn. Hand drawn animations. And what about Christmas specials that I've made? Well, you're watching one right now. Okay. And a month ago from when you're watching this, there was another one. And there's another one coming up in a few days from when you're watching this as well. Hopefully there should be another couple coming up then in a few days. And very few days if all goes. Okay, so the Christmas special of Some Magical Adventures. Yep, that will be coming. And ones I've done in the past. Well, those don't have actually anything to do with this channel. So they don't count here, I'm afraid. Well, actually, Poseidon God of Water 20 Christmas specials. Most of them were done through that old show. Animated ones, though, which I'm sure you'd be interested to know on that channel I did a few. There was Alan Dewberry's Christmas Carol. And It's a Wonderful Life. Well, actually, not directly named off it, but Steve Bennett's Wonderful Life. And yes, I did do Christmas specials for other shows on that channel too. If you want to see them, you can go to that channel and watch them at your own leisure. Anyway, before I stop rambling, Doctor Who Christmas specials. Well, if you want to count the 7th episode of the Daleks' Master Plan from 1965 as such, you can definitely do so, because it is called The Feast of Stephen. But you can't watch it anymore, I'm afraid. It no longer exists. Sorry. But most of them come from the modern era of the show. And those Christmas specials would be The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned, The Next Doctor, and The End of Time Part 1. Part 2 was a New Year's special. A Christmas Carol, The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. How awesome are these titles? I just... The Snowmen. The Time of the Doctor. Last Christmas. The Husbands of River Song. The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Twice Upon a Time. And Last Christmas was one as well. I forgot to mention that one. And the upcoming Christmas special, but we don't know what that's going to be called yet. The rest are either the rest are specials for other holidays like New Year's and Easter, and just for the winter of 2009 as well. So that's why they're not being listed here. But I think that will be it for this episode and this very Christmas special, guys. So the next episode of this won't be until after New Year's. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. A very Merry Christmas to you! And Happy New Year!